Hi, in this lecture, I am going to talk about Python dictionary. At the end of the lecture, you should know what is a Python dictionary, how to use dictionary in the program, how to iterate a dictionary, and how to improve program using dictionary memorization technique. All of the compound data type we have studied so far, strings, lists, and tuples, they are all sequential collection. This means that the item in the collection are ordered from left to right and they use integer as the indices to access the values they contain. Dictionaries are Python's built-in mapping type. A map is an unordered associative collection. The association or mapping is a form is from a key which can be any immutable type to a value, and the value can be any Python data object. The key must be immutable type, such as number, string, or tuple, but tuple must contain only immutable data within that. So how do you create a dictionary? Well, you can start with an empty dictionary and add data to it. Um, this is very similar to the accumulator pattern that you have studied in the past few weeks. Um, Notice that the symbol, we use quote for string, the square bracket for list, parenthesis for tuple, and curly braces for dictionary. So I can create an empty dictionary and then add data to it. And I can do that with um, Python shell. And let me show you. I think this will be easier to show you in a Python shell here or Python idle. So this is English to Spanish. I declare a dictionary and then I can add data to it. So English to Spanish sub 1 with the 1 spell out is uno. And English to Spanish sub 2, and 2 is in Spanish is, and I was just kind of switching between the um, single quotes and double quotes. Doesn't matter for the quotes here. Then English to Spanish sub 3 is trace. And that's it. This is how you create dictionary. You create a dictionary by using the empty dictionary and then add data to it. You can add the key again is any immutable data types. In my example, I use string as a key. The value that happen to be a string also. The value can be any Python data type, number, string, list, tuple, or any object. The key thing about dictionary is the key value pairs. And the key value pair in a dictionary, when you print them out, they are separated by comma. So if I go to the Python shell, I do print English to Spanish. I print the dictionary. You can see the key colon value, key colon value, and key colon value. And by doing this, you can actually create dictionary and initialize with some key value pair from the beginning. So for example, I'm going to take a shortcut here. If I take this and copy it, and if I create an English to Spanish and let me paste it in, I'm going to add one more just so you see that this is something I added. So 4 will be cuatro. quattro, if I can spell, quattro. And if I print English to Spanish, you can see now it has uno, dos, tres, and cuatro. Four key value pairs now. So how do you create the dictionary? You can start with the empty, add thing to it, or you can start with the dictionary words value. Most of the time, we will probably do the empty and add data to it as we read some data value from file or from user input. So it doesn't matter what order we write the pairs. The value in the dictionary are accessed with key. We don't use index like 0, 1, 2, 3 like list or string to access the dictionary. We use the keys. So there's no need to care about the ordering. Since Python 3.7 and later, the order that you see here will be the order that's in the dictionary. So the order that you see here will be the order that will get printed out. They will be in the same order. In the earlier version of Python, the order that you put in may not be the same as the order that you display. But since Python dictionary are key value pair, it doesn't matter what the key, as long as the key value pair go together, it doesn't matter the order in the dictionary. So to look up a value, we use the key. So I would say like a print English to Spanish sub 2 to get, in this case, those the output. English to Spanish sub. In this case, I type out 2 because that is a key. And you would say those. And I can try another one, like English to Spanish sub 1. In this case, it will be uno. And you cannot look up the non-existent key. It will cause a runtime error. In this case, you will get a key error. This will give you a runtime error. So like print English to Spanish sub 10, which I have not create a key value pair for 10 yet, and I get an error. Do you remember one of the most common use operator, the in and not in? Well, you can use it in the dictionary too. We use the in and not in for string, list, even file, tuple. But you can also use it in dictionary. So you can check whether the key is in the dictionary using the in operator, or the key not in the dictionary. And again, I will show you this here. If the one in English to Spanish, you see a 2. And how about 10 in English to Spanish? It's false. It's not in there. And you are looking at key. If you try to using the value, for example, uno in English to Spanish, yes, that's a value called uno. But when you're using the in operator, we're looking at the key. So there's no key with the name uno. There are value with that's a value uno, but with the in operator, we are looking at the key. We are checking whether the key exists in the dictionary. Let's do some example. Create a dictionary data for type of car you have. The dictionary should have make, model, color, and years. And write a statement to access the year of your car. So for example, take a look at this, and you can do, for example, a car, start with a car, empty car sub model equal to What is your car model? Maybe I have a Ford. Oops, I have a typo here. Car sub model. That should not be a parenthesis there. Equal to Ford. So I have a actually that should be a make. I'm sorry. So let's fix that. Car sub make is Ford, and car sub model is Taurus. And you can fill in other information. And how do you write a statement to access the year of the car or other data? Try it, and we can talk more about this during class. Create a dictionary that contains the names of various fruit and the number of each fruit in stock. Use the following data. Apples 430, banana 312, orange 525, pears 217. Can you write a dictionary, create a dictionary variable with one line statement that initialize the dictionary with these values? Try it, and we will talk more about that in class. But I do want you to try it before we meet in class. Again, to add this to add data to dictionary, we basically add a new key value pair. And you can also use del operator to delete a key value pair from the dictionary. So in my dictionary, English to Spanish, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I delete the ENG English to Spanish sub, in this case 4, I delete 4. And let me make this window so you can see the bottom. And let's print English to Spanish now. Now you only see 1, 2, and 3. You can also update the value in the dictionary. In this case, I show the answer for the inventory with the apples, bananas, and oranges and pears. And you can change the value. As you can see, dictionary is mutable. You can change the value in the dictionary. And you can also check number of key value pair with the length function. Do you remember the length function that we use for the string, for the list, and now you can also use for dictionary. So in my case, I can say print length of English to Spanish. It should have a 3 because it has 3 key value pairs. So let's try it. Given the following fruit dictionary, what is a Python interpreter output? So I have apples 15, bananas 35, grapes 12. What would be fruit sub banana? And fruit sub orange equal to 20. Length of fruit. What would that print? Grapes in fruit. What would that print? Pears in fruit. What would that print? Think about that, and we will go over the answer during class.